Indiana has proven that they don't belong in the playoff. They have proven everybody right outside of their fan base and outside of this playoff committee. I know that the daggone head of the playoff committee is a Big Ten guy, but if he can't see that Indiana don't belong in the playoff, then something wrong with his damn eyes. He blind as hell. I know that the game was, the score was 38-15, but that score is not indicative of how Ohio State dominated Indiana. The score don't tell it. Indiana, they did what, not Indiana, but Ohio State did what they wanted to do offensively, especially. Indiana's defense can't stop no playoff team. I don't care who it is. And that ragged ass offense can't compete with no playoff defense. Not a one. These fools came out here in the biggest game of the season. Matter of fact, the biggest game of their schedule, and only put up, 151 total yards. 151 total yards through 3 quarters. 6 to 8 rushing and 83 passing. That's it. You didn't get 100 yards in no categories. Not a one. This. I ain't never seen a team in a game with 151 total yards. Basically 151 total yards. I ain't never seen a team throw for less than 75 yards in a game. Never. Probably not even Army and Navy. And you know they used to run this wishbone and all that type of crap. Even they was throwing over 75 yards a game. These guys didn't even hit 70 yards passing. Where have you ever seen that at? Me, never. Never. Man, this 8 for 18 for 6 to 8 yards. How you can't throw a touchdown that way. And you can't win games that way. The defense equally is terrible. Ohio State, they got wide receivers running wild all over the field. I mean, it makes no dang on sense, man. No sense. It made no sense for Indiana to be ranked that high. None whatsoever. These fools came in the game ranked at number 5. Why? Why? Because they beat up on a whole bunch of mediocre teams? That's why? A whole bunch of bad teams? Come on, man. They beating up on Michigan State and Nebraska, Northwestern and Maryland and Charlotte and oh man, Western Illinois. And as a matter of fact, FIU too. That's the category that Indiana belongs in with those teams. The only reason they won so many games and they was undefeated was because of the caliber of teams that they was playing. There's no possible way that Indiana, after this game, after this debacle, can still be in the top 12. There's no way. Unless this daggone guy from the Big Ten just refused to see what everybody else is seeing. Well, he sees it. He's just biased against every other conference. That's all. He's a Big Ten homer. That's what he is. No, it will be a travesty. A travesty. And he will be making a mockery of this playoff by keeping Indiana in the top 12 and trying his best to put them in the playoffs because they don't belong. Leaving Indiana in the top 12, that is taken away from a deserving team. I don't care if Indiana don't got but 1 loss. I wouldn't care if next week they finish the season with that 1 loss. They don't belong in the playoff. They don't belong. And it showed today. It showed. Any team that can't get no more than 151 yards in 4 quarters, it's man, come on, man. That ain't even 40 yards a quarter. They couldn't manage 40 yards a quarter. Now they came down the game out on their opening drive looking like they was about the business. But that's all. But that was the end of that. That was the end of that. They managed to score another touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Amazingly. I guess they wanted the score to look a little better. But nope. Ryan Day and those Ohio State Buckeyes said, fuck that, we gonna get another touchdown. And the thing about it, old boy who could have scored, he didn't even want to score. He went down. He didn't want to score. This score could have been way worse than what it was. It could have been. Indiana, you don't belong. You're a garbage football team. I don't care what the daggone rankings or what your schedule got you as. Your win-loss record. I don't care. I don't care about you being 10-1 or whatever. You don't belong in the playoff. You haven't beaten a ranked team yet. You haven't beaten a team with over 6 wins. Not a one. So what make any Indiana fan or anybody on that playoff committee think that Indiana is a playoff team? And I don't know why in the world they kept you in the top 12 when you beat BYU on a last-second field goal. I think it was BYU. It could have been somebody else. But anyway, I guess it wasn't BYU. It was somebody else who beat BYU on a last-second field goal. But I don't understand why they kept you in the top 12. Because the explanation that the Big Ten guy gave, the Big Ten, whatever his name, is that because Indiana had a big win over Michigan. Bullshit. Because you know why? How could that be a big win when Michigan was 5-5 at the time? How could that be considered a big win over a 5-loss team when at the time you was a 9-0 team? Because you beat Michigan? Because you beat the brand Michigan? Is that why? Because the team is absolute garbage. And I'm talking about, yes, the defending national champions, Michigan Wolverines, is absolute garbage in 2024. You didn't beat a Jim Harbaugh coach Michigan team. You beat what's his name? Whatever his damn name. This Michigan coach. You beat his team, a 5-5 team. Damn shame. Sharon Moore. You beat a Sharon Moore 5-5 Michigan team. Not a Jim Harbaugh 9-1 team, 10-0 team, or 8-2 team. You didn't beat one of those. You beat a 5-5 Michigan team, and they in this committee want to say that is a big win for Indiana. Maybe it is for Indiana because you've been so garbage your whole football life. They want to give you the benefit of the doubt, but you don't deserve the benefit of the doubt. Not after today. Not after today, and you didn't deserve it then. You are hot garbage. You are trash. You don't belong in the playoffs. You don't belong. You don't even belong in a big team, a conference championship. Not at all. Of course, you won't be there anyway. And hopefully you won't be in the playoff taking up another spot for somebody that somebody else deserves. Because you, Indiana, damn sure don't deserve it. You don't even deserve to go to a damn bowl game. You don't. Not at all. Unless it's against UAB or Ball State or Tennessee Martin or Tennessee Tech, somebody like that. Because you certainly don't deserve to go to a bowl game against a Power 4 team. You don't. Terrible. And this committee need their ass whooped if they keep you in the top in the top 12. No way, no how. And I know damn well if they drop a SEC team in them Georgia Bulldogs from 3 to 12, y'all should at least go with the way you look today with 161 yards from 5 to like 17. Ain't no way in the world they can drop y'all. They can drop y'all. No, come on, man. 4, 5, 6 spots. That's crazy. You need to drop like 10, 11, 12 spots. That's what you need where you need to be dropped at. because you ain't deserving. I'm going to continue to say it. You ain't deserving. And you definitely ain't one of the best teams in all of college football. And everybody been saying it outside of this committee and outside of whoever Indiana fans are. I'm sure it ain't many. Not football fans. They probably just came out the woodworks about 3 weeks ago. This is a hit on this committee. This committee should be ashamed of themselves. Everybody been saying it. Everybody been saying it. And it has showed with the caliber of teams that Indiana have played. You got teams below Indiana who have played 2, 3, and 4 ranked teams and got at least 3 ranked wins. Maybe 1 or 2 losses, but you got Indiana with 0 ranked wins. And the only ranked team that they play, they get blew out the damn water. Not a close game, lose by 1, 3, 7 points, even 10. No, they come out and lose by 23. Now, if you drop Georgia 9 spots, you know what I'm saying? From 3 to 12 for losing to a ranked team by less points. What are you going to do with these damn Indiana Hoosiers? What are you going to do with them? Come on now. Make it make sense. Indiana, you don't belong. You don't deserve a playoff spot. And I hope like hell you don't get now. And the thing about it, I can't believe I'm up here making a reaction video on an Indiana game. As trash as they been throughout their whole football life. Well, hopefully all the talk about Indiana is over now. And if this committee do the right thing, Indiana would be nowhere in sight of the top 12. Nowhere.